Hi, and welcome to Premier Performance in Golf. I'm your host, Jim Newlawn. Today we're going to talk, I'm going to relate a story to you. Kind of gotten into self-help a little bit, watched some podcasts and videos, and one of the stories that I heard on one of these podcasts was about the buffalo and the cow. Now, think about buffaloes and cows. I mean, you can find them together in very few states, but I believe it's Colorado, where you've got the Rocky Mountains on one side and you got the plains on the other. And there are some similarities between buffaloes and cows, but there are a lot of differences. And the one big difference that I want to talk to you about today is it relates to procrastination. And procrastination kind of weaves its way into our lives in many different ways. Hitting the snooze button as opposed to getting up in the morning. Having that serious talk with your teenager. Or being the teenager and having that serious talk with one of your parents. Procrastination can be one of those things that hangs over your head that causes a lot of misery. But today I'm going to talk to you about procrastination in your efforts to become a better golfer and realize, your true potential as a golfer. So I'm going to relate a story to you that I heard on a podcast about the buffalo and the cow. So you're in Colorado, you're a buffalo and you're a cow, you're in the same area, you're grazing on the plains, and a storm comes up over the mountains, and the buffalo and the cow relate to that and react to that in two opposite ways. So if I'm the cow, I see the storm coming well in advance, and I prepare myself. I get up. If I'm laying down, if I'm eating grass, I'm taking note of it, and all of a sudden, you know what, I'm going to go in the opposite direction of the storm that's coming. All right. And as the storm gets closer, the cows start picking up pace, and cows, even when they pick up the pace, it's not a very fast pace, and they're running away from the storm that's coming. Well, eventually the storm catches up to them, and they are running with the storm. So they're prolonging their agony in that storm, and they're slopping through the mud, and it's just, it's a miserable existence for the cow. Big difference between the buffalo and the cow. The buffalo, they sense the storm coming, and they wait until it breaks over the mountains, and at the very last second, what the buffalo will do, in contrast to what the cow did, what the buffalo will do will turn and head straight into the storm. By doing this, the buffalo, they're making their existence in that storm as short as possible, because they're running into it and they're trying to get to the other side, so it actually shortens their time in that. All right. And so therefore, how am I relating this to the game of golf and life in general? Well, I likened it to procrastination, and so did the podcast. And when you have something to do, no matter how small, no matter how big of a step you have to take, you need to turn into it and stop with the procrastinating. All right. The way I look at it with golf, everybody has been experiencing the same weather that we've been experiencing here on the East Coast the last couple days in May. This is my first time back out to Applecross on the weekend, and I'm going to find out just how many buffalo there are and how many cows there are by this. If you're the buffalo and you want to become better at your golf game, you need to turn right into the storm. You need to get to the range. You need to put your rain suit on. You need to put your hat on. You need to have your umbrella with you. You need to have your towels with you. All right. And you need to start practicing in weather like this. It's gloomy, it's not raining very hard, but at some point in time, whether you're a soon-to-be student athlete at Widener University, if you are the junior that's practicing for the club championship, even if you're the 70-year-old that, is whittling his handicap down to a single-digit handicap and is still competitive with the flat bellies of the club, you're going to have to eventually play in this kind of weather. All right? There's the only way you're not playing in this kind of weather is if the course is unplayable, and then obviously nobody's playing. All right? But there are a lot of times that circumstances dictate that you need to be out there in this kind of weather. And so therefore, you need to practice in it. You need to find out what makes you uncomfortable. You need to find out what you have to do to make yourself comfortable enough to play golf, chip, think rationally when it's raining. If you have a caddy, how are you working with that caddy to make sure that your clubs are staying dry? Caddy is there to help you. I caddied at Marion East. I've caddied in the rain, and the caddy plays a crucial part in making sure that the clubs stay dry, and that when that player is ready to hit the shot, he has the most confidence in himself to hit that shot. You only build that confidence by playing in the rain, practicing in the rain, and kind of doing what the Buffalo do and turning your nose into the storm and getting through to the other side as quickly as possible. We're going to make you a better player as quick as possible by encouraging you to turn into the storm. Go out there to the driving range. Hit golf balls with rain gloves on. To me, I find that very difficult to do, but if I'm going to be playing competitive golf, I need to know how to do that. So, are you going to be the Cal today, or are you going to be the Buffalo today? That's my question to you. So remember, proper prior practice is a promoter of premier performance in golf. The 6 P's that I live by, the 6 P's that you have to buy into on a daily basis. Not on the sun's out, I'm going to go practice. No, on days like today when it's raining, you got to figure out a way how to get a golf club in your hand, a putter in your hand. You've got to figure out how you're going to be the Buffalo as opposed to the Cow. It's really easy to put this day on hold and wait till the rain stops. Apparently this rain's not stopping until tomorrow sometime around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, guess what? If you're out there practicing today, you are gaining an edge on the competition, because I guarantee you the competition is thinking just like you. They're being cows. They're running with the storm. They're prolonging their misery. They're not practicing today. Gain a day of advantage on your competition. Practice in the rain. Make the best of it. Doesn't have to be a grueling practice. You don't have to be out there for hours, but you need to start figuring things out when you are faced with this tournament competition. So remember the 6 P's. This is paramount, important. Mark it with an asterisk. Learn how to play in adverse conditions. Proper prior practice is a promoter of premier golf. 6 P's, live by them. Exponential growth. I've been playing with the logo. I've been writing it every day. Exponential growth. E to the X with an infinity sign. This is going to make you better. And it's going to make you better quicker. Not linear, but exponentially. Because once again, you have figured things out on a day like today that they're going to figure out on the golf course. Well, guess what? It takes time to learn how to play in the rain and in adverse weather. So, until next time, study the 6 P's, buy into it, and until the next time, I'll see you on the driving range.